Greetings everyone, welcome to 8th of August. The Lionsgate portal is fully open at this point, and you may have been experiencing a pretty intense week last week. There might have been episodes of interrupted sleep or insomnia even, a little bit more emotional sensitivity perhaps, as we've all been becoming aware of and activated and awakened to these sort of deeper energetic spaces within ourselves. And yours truly has certainly been experiencing, much of them might have been even experiencing some very vivid or weird kind of dreams. I know mine, I've kind of woken up some days and gone, what the heck was that all about? And so one of the things that has gotten activated for me in this past week is what I call my voice. And it's more that I've noticed that somehow in these last couple of days I've been doing a lot more in terms of sharing life stories, life adventure, wisdom gleaned from my own life adventures on my social media platforms, right? On my Instagram account, which is totally @spiritualdoula, or it might be _spiritualdoula on Instagram. Of course, that's my Facebook business page as well. You can find it if you do a search for Life Adventure Guide. And just sort of a converging of awareness and a deeper sense of what it means to be a divine being on a human adventure, having a human experience. And as part of that, I was tasked today, and I say tasked because my guides kind of shoved me into this. I had no plans to do this, to do a reading for the collective. And there's a little bit of a story here that you might get a chuckle out of, so I'm going to go ahead and share the story with you, because I've kind of been griping a little, not griping, yes, I've been griping, I'll own it. Just in a wondering kind of way about how I commune with archangels on a regular basis. I have conversations with them, so I've been kind of griping a little and saying, but how come I don't channel? How come I don't have an entity I channel? Like, I don't have my own version of like Hicks, right? Not Hicks, Abraham, right? As in Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks. And of course, my spirit team, because I know my spirit team is made up of 5 light guides and light beings. I don't know their names. I just know they're light beings. And they were like, "What do you mean you don't like channel and you don't broadcast?" I'm like, I don't. You're not giving me any messages to send to them. Like, I don't have what do I call you? And they were like, "Of course we send you messages." And I'm like, okay, we're definitely not on the same page here. So what's missing? And they said, but darling, every time you go post on Instagram and share a wisdom from your life adventure, every time you're called and guided to do a reading for the collective, what do you think is happening? Oh, I just got smacked again. And I had to share that with you, because I do feel like we can, no matter how evolved we are, how far we've come on this journey, there is always something to learn, right? There's always a little piece that sort of niggles at us, or perhaps it's not fully, transmuted or transformed yet, or we've not fully resolved that particular paradigm. As clearly you can see, I have not. I still have a little vestige in me somewhere that says, but wait, you should be channeling too. If you're like a transformation doula, a spiritual doula, you should be. No, I have my own path to walk. I have my own gifts to offer, and I have my own ways, my own expression of offering them. So today, as I get ready to take you on, it really is the hero-heroine's journey framework with my cards, and see what messages await us. I invite you and I encourage you to just lean a little bit into perhaps where you too are seeing another's path and saying, well, I should be doing that just like I did, or why am I not doing that? So that, we can bring our attention back to what it is we truly are here to do, because each of us is a beautiful, individuated, unique being, divine being, here to express ourselves in our own unique, individuated way. We all have our gifts, we all have our pace, we all have our journeys. I would say we all have the same journey, but we're all on our own individuated paths, our own individual paths, and that is as it should be. That is as it should be. So that is one message from my team for you all today through me. I am the guinea pig, so to speak. The second message they want me to share with you is, if you look at my surroundings, I don't have, I'm like in a jumpsuit. I don't have any, like, none of my metaphysical, if I lean over a little, you can see some of them behind me, right? But I'm sort of blocking off my altar, and it's what you really see on the screen is sort of the ceiling and this bare bones wall behind me. And I was like, wait, I don't even have a picture there. And that was it too. They said, you don't need anything to shine. Just be you. That's all that matters. When you're authentic and your true light comes through you, everything else is just an embellishment. It's not needed. It's not necessary. And so raw, I'm coming to you raw today. There's not a lick of makeup on. I have no jewelry on. I'm just wearing my regular everyday crystals. And the message there was be comfortable. For me, the message was, be comfortable with sharing your gifts wherever you are with whatever you have on hand. Whatever you have on hand. It doesn't have to be a specific deck. It doesn't have to be learn to sort of, we are talking to you all the time. Learn to use it. So I do feel like that's another message that's coming through on this day, as in we all could learn to just look around ourselves, our surroundings, and see the abundance of resources already available to us. It's good to have a future focus, to have a vision, to have a dream, and yet at the same time not forget what's in front of us, and in what ways we can use that to move forward. So that's the second message they want to share through me today. I'm kind of still here going, do you have a name I could share with them? And they're like, nope, we are your light team and that's it. So I've been smacked. So if you folks are ready, we shall get into it. I like to take 3 deep breaths. And I say deep, but really it's diaphragmatic breath, so that we're using our lungs to the full capacity. And if we're doing it correctly, then our bellies will naturally expand. And I like to do it on a count of 4, 4, 8. And that means I inhale to a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and then I exhale through a count of 8. I do that 3 times. I invite you to do that and just settle into your body a little bit more on each iteration. And you can keep your eyes closed at the end of it, as I will be chanting a Sanskrit shloka. No, it's a mantra because it starts with the word Om, and that'll kick things off. So let's go over here. It's kind of dark over here. So I'm like, can I turn on the light? And they're like, not yet. So here we go. Breath 1, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Just, as you continue, let's do 2 more. Exhale. Third one. And the invocation. Om Asato Mam Sadgamaya Tamaso Mam Jyotirgamaya Mrityor Mam Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We invite you today to peek through the portal, to cross over its threshold, and to journey into, as Vidya would say, a galaxy far, far away, so you may live long and prosper, for the odds are in your favor. We know that for some of you, this may feel trepidatious. There might be some apprehension. It might be completely new territory to go into the unknown, to go into the unknown territory with no map, no signposts, nothing familiar in front of you. And we encourage you, and today as the Lion's Gate is fully open, to lean into the energy of the lion. The lion, the masculine, the action taker. Think of yourselves as that lion with that big mane ready to roar, who sets boundaries and keeps his pride safe and establishes a safe domain for them. And we also invite you to bring in the energy of the lioness, she who hunts, but she never hunts alone, or rarely does she hunt alone. She hunts with her sisters. And so invite your masculine, a feminine in. It doesn't matter whether you're male, female, or of any other gender or sex. Invite your feminine in. Reach out and see where and who your sisters are and bond together with them in sisterhood. And we say hunt, but hunt here means to go in search of the resources, the people, places, events, opportunities, materials, mental, physical resources, yes, that will enable you to thrive, to go from survival to thrival. And really, that is the point of crossing over this threshold, because 8 is infinity, the number symbol upright, and so it is infinity in all of its abundance twice over. For today is 8. And so all those of you who are listening to this, and whenever you listen to it, we invite you today to cross over the threshold, and we will hand off the messaging now to this little being over here named Vidya, who will pull some cards for you and get you a little scaffold for the journey. Thank you for the privilege of your time and attention. We are over and out. Okay, that was my team for you. So here we go. So I guess I got my wish. They still haven't told me what their name is, but they did speak through me. So we begin. So as I said, I'm using the hero or the heroine's journey as the framework here, because that really is it, right? An invitation comes, and today is that invitation to step over the threshold to go into this unknown world. And of course, in the course of journeying through that unknown world, we're going to encounter allies and mentors and companions and make friends and bond and find our peeps, our community. We're also going to face challenges, the villains in the story, right? So we're going to see, Obi-Wan Kenobi here, if I may take the liberty of saying that, but we may also encounter our own Darth Vaders, right? So that's what the journey is about. But the whole point of it is to grow, to learn, to expand in a space of joyful, playful learning, and to see what wisdom we can bring back with us to the old world. And then, of course, the journey will commence again when the next invitation shows up. So with that in mind, we're going to start with a sense of what adventure awaits us, right? What is waiting for us across the portal? And that card just flew out. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it up off the floor here and just give me just a second. Okay. And here's what I like to do. I always like to hold the cards up for a bit. And I invite you to just pause the video and really lean into the card and just take note of anything from the card that jumps out at you. Colors, imagery, words, symbols, but also to sort of lean into what you're feeling in your body. Are there any bodily sensations? What emotions it evokes in you? Even what thoughts it evokes in you? And take a moment to just capture that all before you move to the next card. So that is my invitation to you. So here we go. This is the card in terms of what adventure awaits us if we choose to cross over the threshold and into and beyond this portal of Lion's Gate. All right, they want me to say until the next Lion's Gate. So here we go. So for about a year, right? So pause, lean into this card, see what it evokes in you. This is very cool. So for me, I'm kind of chuckling because it says mystic healer. And healing energy flows through you. And that has really been my journey for the last few years. And I've really had to own and acknowledge that I am a healer. I mean, I may not have any, but not in the conventional way. If I don't do healing modalities like, not yet, Reiki and so forth, I do other modalities like Akashic Records. Even Tarot and Oracle cards are my healing modality. And it's sort of taken me a while to realize that I am a mystic healer and that healing energy flows through me. And yet that is true of you as well. We are all divine beings. We all have the ability to heal ourselves, to feel the healing energy flowing through us. So if you choose to step over the threshold, you may also want to just capture some notes or thoughts in your journal or whatever you may have handy. around what in your life, even if you don't know the answer, it's okay. You may even just want to write this question of what in my life is waiting to be healed, right? And if that is something you would like to dig in deeper at some point, feel, like I said, mystic healer who uses tarot, oracle cards, akashic records, to do her what I call transformation, activation, adventure experiences with people one-on-one. So that is certainly something, if you feel so called to co-create with me and on that, at that level, in that more personal, intimate space, I'm absolutely available for you to do that. But for now, what healing energy awaits you? What might need to be healed within you? What is waiting to be healed within you? Where are you feeling? Where are your pain points? And it's just a good place to kind of lean into that. So this is an adventure that is going to bring up that. And I'm not somebody who minces her words. I'm going to be direct. So that also means that that journey that awaits us, if we choose to step through this portal, is one of deep personal healing. There's going to be a lot of shadow work, kind of shadow work that will need to be done. Dancing with our demons, dancing with our shadows, so to speak. Oh my God, my team is smacking me because that is what I specialize in. All right, I get the message, team. So they really want me to kind of say that. And then to call on people. It doesn't have to be me, honestly. Call on the people, the resources that you have available to you to help scaffold, guide, facilitate your own personal healing, growth, expansion, transformation journey. That is what this portal is all about this time around. So, Mystic Healer, healing energy is flowing through you. Right, let's lean into who our allies could be, our mentors, our companions, our Obi-Wan Kenobis, and our personal Yodas on this journey. Who could they be? Now, this is interesting because the deck they wanted me to use for this one is called, let me find this for you, the Audacious Action Angels. And it's probably, I trust it's looking up, it's not coming reverse to you, it's not a mirror image, but it's called the Audacious Action Angels Oracle. So two parts over here. Yes, we will encounter allies and mentors and companions, but they will be the kind of allies and mentors and companions who will inspire and ignite us to take action and to find our own audacity, right? Which is so apropos for today's energy because, again, Lion, Leo, we're in the month of Leos and it's the Lion's Gate portal. So it is about finding that bold, audacious, bodacious part of ourselves, or even that part of us that may not be bold and audacious, but it's scared, but find some vestige of courage to go past the fear or to dance along with the fear and step into and across the portal, through the portal, into this unknown territory with fear. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is dancing with fear. So, and it takes a little bit of audacity to do that, to say, okay, is that, you want to do this? Let's go do this together, kind of thing, right? Because that's what teaches us. And so those are the kind of people we're likely to encounter on this journey if we choose to go there. So I'm not sure how many cards are going to come out to play. No one's jumped out. Yeah. There we go. I gotta laugh because, again, lions and lionesses, right? Killer instinct. So I do, again, feel like the message here is our companions on this journey, our mentors and allies on this journey are going to be people who have killer instinct, who are going to ignite our own killer instincts. And killer instincts, again, because I used the metaphor, the analogy of a hunt, but it is about the hunt for what enables us to thrive. So our killer instincts around moving from surviving to thriving is really what this journey is going to be about. And I'm going to go ahead and lean into the guidebook for a moment in case there are other words that jump out at us that we could use. So, there is no middle ground this time. Choose yourself first. Pardon me while I do this. You are in the middle of making some tough decisions. Our own self-preservation often requires extreme action. Quitting a job, allowing our kids to fall down, or changing partners or locations can all be part of this path. while we are rebuilding. So that is one of the words that is jumping out at me. We're all being asked to rebuild at this point everything. Our mental paradigms, our physical selves, our physical environment, our emotional spaces, that's the healing space, and even our spiritual paradigms, right? What does it mean to be spiritual? Even to ponder that. While we're rebuilding our internal guidance system and boundaries, there are times when we must pull away from some harmful external circumstances. Spirit may call you back home to the comforts of your house. A new location may call to you where you can heal and shore up your connection with your higher power and angels. And this is happening to me. I'm currently here in Canada visiting my family, so I've been called home. But I'm also getting ready to actually go to Mexico for about 4 months for exactly this, to recharge, to reconnect with myself. Take heart. You can trust your killer instincts, which I think is a really, really cool message to receive. So keep an eye out for companions and mentors and friends and peers and colleagues and family folks who ignite that within you, right? If that is going to happen, then you can trust your bottom dollar that we're also going to encounter some Darth Vaders, right? Or at least one Darth Vader. And that means our shadows, right? Just those dark places within us we don't want to acknowledge. They're dark because they're in shadow. They're not dark because they're always some base emotion. Yes, that could be a base emotion, but sometimes it's even the light within us that we are not willing to acknowledge, or we are not able to acknowledge. Let me put it that way. Not willing, but able to. Like those instances when somebody says, oh, you're looking so pretty in that dress today. And we just kind of go, oh, that old thing that I threw on. Like, we don't know how to receive a compliment with grace. It's finding that grace within us. So sometimes that too is shadow work. So kind of learning to acknowledge that and take pride in that without being prideful or arrogant about it. All right. So who's our Darth Vader on this journey? Dun, 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 dun. Oops, I might get called out for that. I better not say anymore. All right, here we go. Oh, no, they want me to shuffle one more time. All right. All right, same thing. Let's go ahead and pause for a minute again. And I forgot to mention that with the Killer Instinct card, but same thing there. Just go back and pause and look at the card and lean into it and see what it brings up for you, what the messages for you are. Okay, I'm going to turn on the light for this one, because it is a fairly dark card and I want you all to see it properly. There we go. Ooh, let there be light. Ooh, it's a shadow card. And what did I do? I turned on the light. So let's illuminate our shadows, because it's our darkness that illuminates us. So it's called the Fool. Oh, I love this card for this particular invitation. So again, just lean into it for a moment. But capture, pardon me, any emotions. If I'm burping, it means I'm releasing something. It's not just always a physical thing. So there's some shadow here to release for sure. I'm being told that. And yeah, so what does it evoke for you mentally, in your thoughts, in your feelings, in your emotions, and bodily sensations? What jumps out at you from the card? Just lean into that. Right, for me, so the Fool is part of what's called the Major Arcana in Tarot, and it usually inevitably represents the, standing poised at the edge of a cliff, ready to take a leap of faith, right? It is about taking the leap of faith. Now that's interesting because it's come up as a shadow, as a Darth Vader card, so to speak. And so to me, this represents really that hesitation. It is about it's almost as though the card is asking, why are you? So you could think of it as a little fox over there asking, what are you waiting for? Why are you still hesitating? Look, there are doves ready to take you wherever you want. Your arms are outstretched and, they got you. Doves, right? Messengers of peace, right? Messages from above. And the other thing also is that, look at how solid her foundation is, and there's like a truckload of elements in there. But how solid her foundation is. So it's almost like, yes, you've built your solid foundations. Now jump. the road will appear in front of you. It's kind of like Indiana Jones, right? He has to take that leap of faith to go get the Holy Grail, but it's that leap of faith when he takes that first step in full trust and surrender, even though he can't see a single thing in front of him, the bridge begins to form beneath his feet. And that is, it's funny, it's a shadow, but it's not really a shadow. It's a shadow giving us a lesson. It's like, trust, take that first step, watch that bridge build beneath your foot or feet, or as that old Irish blessing goes, watch that road rise up to meet you. That's really what this is. So this is the shadow here is, if there's any hesitation at all about moving into working with your killer instinct, now is the time to step through the portal and trust that the journey that awaits you is one, yes, of mysticism, but you will be healed on this journey. And so so what is the wisdom that awaits us at the end of the journey? What can we bring back to our world again, to the people we know? And interestingly enough, we're going back to the Sacred Traveler deck for that. And this time around, we'll see what wisdom awaits us what is the wisdom we will gain? What is the magic potion, the elixir that will accrue, that we will enjoy through this experience? Okay. Oh. Again, a very, very propitious and auspicious card. It says first light, beginning a new cycle. So this is in some ways, and it certainly aligns with what I have been experiencing today. But again, I will pause a moment and let you lean into the card. And so, yeah, this portal being fully open today is about beginning a brand new cycle. And as the Killer Instinct card demonstrated, as the Mystic Healer card demonstrated, I think it's all about, we are going on a journey of healing, right? But it's an unknown adventure, yes, but it is a journey of healing so that we can begin brand new cycles in our life. So in a way, it's be kind of birthing all over. You could think of it that way too. A brand new cycle is, sort of, when we start something new, it also means that we're going to become something else, something new, right? Or there's a part of us that's going to be operating in a different way. And so therefore the healing part and learning to operate within our killer instinct in order to start this brand new aspect of our life. I would invite you to really today lean into what that life might look like, so I would say today, killer instinct, being bold, being audacious, dare to dream, really dare to dream. What would your life look like, or what would you love for your life to look like in its fullness of its being? Like what would a full spectrum life look like to you and for you? What would you love to have, to do, to experience as part of this life? Who would you love to be in this life? Who are you in this life? Like really envision it in the present tense, because here's the magic. Our transcendent reality is not somewhere out there. Our transcendent reality is over here. It is in the life adventures we choose to have while we are in this human experience. That is the real magic. The magic is in the mundane. So why not make choices that make the mundane magical, right? That's the message for you all today from me, the cards, my team. They came through. Woohoo! Wherever and whenever you watch this, I know it's a video recording, so I leave you to give me a hash replay tag whenever you watch it, on whichever platform you're watching it. And if you're watching me for the first time, here's a little bit about me. I am Vidya. I like that I said I am Vidya, not my name is Vidya. So I am Vidya. I am a transformative life adventure guide who specializes in deep personal growth and transformation through shadow work. I use a variety of modalities. As an intuitive, an energy healer, I certainly use intuition and energy. So I use evocative inquiry and intuitive inquiry and empathy. But I also use cognitive modalities like the Akashic Records, like Tarot and Oracle cards, and just whatever I receive that will serve you the best. Because it's not about me, it's about you and your journey. My job is to be the transformation doula, the guide on the side, so I can absolutely 100% facilitate your transformation, because that's what matters. If you're interested in knowing more, you can always schedule a discovery call with me at any point in time. Again, you can DM me if you're watching this on Instagram or Facebook. DM me, and we can set up a schedule to do exactly that and dive in and see how I can serve and support you. And if you enjoyed this in any way at all, leave me a comment or two, and until next time, who knows when I'll be back. Again, that's my own journey to discover as well, unknown territory, right? But let's step through the portal. My team just reminded me that they wanted to give you a visualization of what this portal looks like. So if you've ever watched the TV show Stargate, SG-1, kind of imagine kind of like a ring like that, a big ring like that with that sort of silvery, shimmery thing in the center. But instead of symbols, this is just a beautiful golden ring, right? It's like that. That's the portal we're all going through. But we're going into this beautiful space of new energy, golden energy infusing us all. So it's about alchemy, people. It's time to alchemize the lead of our lives into gold. And if I can serve and support you in doing that, that would be my privilege and my pleasure. This is Vidya, the Transformation Doula, the Transformative Life Adventure Guide, signing off. Thank you for the privilege of your time and attention. If you've made it all the way through, reach out to me if you have any questions at all. Until next time, hasta luego.